I crawl into my sleeping bag. The lower part of the room is very cold. I hurry to wrap myself in blankets, even though the electric heater is working hard to keep me warm. I'm sad because the dreams just won't come anymore. You won't believe me if I tell you how I dealt with it at first. Of course I'll believe you. I know, it was a joke. Well, anyway, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, lied down, and started imagining that I'm watching a dream. I didn't sleep at all, of course, and always looked sleepy in the morning. After a week of insomnia, I started feeling weird and seeing things. I mean, yeah, that'd do that to you.
Added sleep deprivation.
Hi, Citrine. Letters floating in the air, strange silhouettes that appeared in the most unexpected of places, bulging eyes with trembling, pale pupils. It was scary, you know? Then one day, I almost died. I just collapsed in the middle of the room and couldn't move for a while. And then silhouettes, letters, and eyes were hanging over me and hissing. It was horrible. And, well, deserved, I guess? Felt like I was caught on the biggest lie in the world. Yes, it felt exactly like that. After that, I stopped. But the silhouettes, letters, and eyes stayed here. I guess they like this place? They always follow in my wake, peeping at me, and I'm kind of scared of them and can't even argue with them. But today, well, still too scared to tell me? Of course, they're still listening, you know? Use your hands. Alright. I start chaotically twirling my fingers with enthusiasm, forming complex shapes. You want me to tell you a bedtime story? Shh! And I was trying so hard here. Don't you get it? They'll hear you. Relax, nobody can hear you. So what do you say? I'd be happy to, but I have no idea how to tell them. Oh, it's incredibly easy. Just talk about something without stopping. Sounds silly. But it's not. And meaningless. You don't know what you're talking about. I know enough. What?
I said, why are we being so mean again?
I know enough to realize that we'll just end up wasting time. Let's focus on something actually important. Boring. Fine. Close your eyes. Oh?
Eyes?
You won't get it. You're not even trying. Huh? I wake up on a wooden bench. In front of me lies a narrow, dimly lit alley, an awfully familiar road. Where could I have seen it? Is this the first game again?
I was about to say, are we back in the first game?
I'm a little scared to look up that achievement now. Huh? Finally. I hear a voice coming from the side. I turn around and see a boy with a weird expression on his face. Huh? You're late. Who are you? The boy blinks in bewilderment. We're not going anywhere like this. Try again. Then he takes a very deep breath. Oh, hi, V4. No, this is outside, V4.
Maybe 4.
Wait, did the game update properly on Twitch?
Yeah.
It did?
Yeah, it says milk outside and back in.
Okay. Alright, thank you for the snack. I will take a quick bite. Funny enough, it's not so much a snack really at this point, it's just my supper. Which has gotten cold, but still tastes fine.
B4 thinks they look like Edomore.
I could see that a little bit, but I think it's literally just this. I think it's literally just because the clothes are like skin tight.
Yeah. I should have updated my Fugi with my new model.
That's fine.
And more punky.
I'll tell you something after. I don't mean after stream, I just mean after we finish this part. Then he takes a very deep breath. You are late. I stare at him, confused. He stares back, also confused. Sorry? The boy nods, satisfied. See, much better. Do you have a name? My name's Tresca. I give the brat an evaluating look. He's so young, yet already coming at me with questions like that? None of your business. And besides, will anyone tell me what I'm doing here? Hey, that's rude. It's not like there's somebody else here besides me. Haven't they told you anything? I know all there is to know, for one. About what? You're obligated to escort me to the store.
Hey, she's the narrator now.
Tresca says that and strikes a victory pose. No way I'm doing that. You do understand that refusal is futile. Well, aren't you full of yourself? I'm serious. I'm not the one who decided that. Do you think I'm delighted with your company? He's weird, constantly shifting between happiness, sadness, loudness, silence. He's a wacko, and his name is stupid. Leon says the same. Oh my god. Okay, V4. Oh my. Are we going or what? You can go, and I need to think. I'd be happy to, but I don't know the way. Tresca puts on a cunning smile. I bite my lower lip in frustration. I'll be honest with you, I don't like you. He simply bursts out laughing in reply. I do like you, though. Then he grabs my hand without hesitation. I don't even have time to retort. Lead the way. Great, we get to be the guider instead. Or, sorry, she gets to... You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Our trip to the store went fine, if not for the fact that Tresca was walking way faster than me. And, on the other hand, at times he stopped abruptly and went backwards, studying the ground underneath his feet.
Yeah.
In the end, the trip took a lot longer than it should. After reaching the store's doors, we're greeted by a sign. We're closing in 20 minutes. Who had the bright idea to indicate their working hours in this way? They probably have special staff for this. Someone who runs to change the sign every 5 minutes. It's convenient. Are you joking? Yeah. You're so annoying. It's much better than being boring. How old are you, by the way? None of your business. And what's your name? None of your business. I was ready to slap the living hell out of the brat, but a scary-looking man suddenly appeared behind the glass. He's holding a cardboard sign that says we're closing in 15 minutes.
Oh no.
Okay. What's the demented look on their faces? Wow. Let's go. What are you waiting for? Huh? Oh, yeah. After another round of going across the long row of canned products, we realize that we're lost. I can't believe you don't know where they sell milk. Maybe we should ask somebody for directions? Sure. Hey, wait up. Tresca lets go of my hand and walks confidently toward one of the few store's customers. That person is standing with their back to us, studying something on the shelf. Hello, can I can't hear neither the second part of his question nor the reply he gets, but my good-for-nothing friend freezes in place, looking the customer straight in the eye. I hurry toward them. Is he yours? Oh.
Are we an adult and this is our son?
I think we've swapped roles. In the sense of, like, if the parent was taking the... You know what I mean.
Yeah.
The customer talks to me. He speaks with disgust while wearing a scornful expression. If he's yours, please get him away from me. Yes, I'm sorry. I grab Triska's hand and lead him away. He's still looking at the customer, his mouth ajar and eyes popped. He's also shaking. Only when we turn around the corner, Triska calms down. What was that? I got so scared. He said... What? No, not again. Suddenly, Triska starts screaming like crazy. I cover his mouth with my hand. His face is burning. He's crying. Can you act normal? You don't understand. Of course I don't. I don't understand anything. Annoying other people is still wrong, though. This is something you don't understand, it seems. You're mean. Who, me? Triska pushes me away and runs off. Drat. At the edge of my vision, I see the store's staff hang a new sign on the door. There you are. I meet Triska at the cash register. Before that, I managed to visit the milk department after finding out where it was. Hey you, move. I hear an angry voice coming from the other side of a long queue that is formed after Triska. I squeeze through toward him. What happened? The boy doesn't respond. He just looks at his feet and sniffs. The cashier towers over him. There's a bag of milk lying between them. Okay, so when they say bag, they are talking about like a box, I guess? A carton? Or it's a bag inside a box?
Yeah, I think that if I remember correctly, the bags come inside another container, and you take them out and you clip them into a pitcher of some sort.
Okay. Evening, Dazaran. Evening, Dazaran. Evening, Dazaran. Evening, Dazaran. What are you talking about? There's only you here. We're all you today. How are you? And you, and you, and you. Hi, Mr. Foxperson, sir. That's not concerning at all. How are you, though?
Oh, the line ghost turkey has redeemed many things.
I'll do the...
A stretch, a hydrate, and a snack.
I'm toning down my stretch from normal, honestly. It's not appropriate in this situation. It really isn't. Normally I don't mind it so much with most games, but this one... Oh boy.
Yeah, there's a frightened child buying milk. Not the best time to be making fancy sounds.
Well, it's just... It's weird. Like to say... Thank you for the snack line, by the way. I don't know. It's just with some of these games, like, I find... It's the emotional weight it carries.
Yeah.
Some guy getting his head bitten off by a zombie, But...
Yeah,
this is actually traumatizing. I'm good tonight. I'm you as well. We're all the voices inside... Okay, stop that. I may have heard of these games before. Uh-huh. I heard Nyx played them, I think. But how... I'm glad you're doing well. And how are you doing tonight, Lime? Is he yours? Oh, God. They keep asking that. Yes. Just leave him home next time. People in the queue nod in agreement. Pay for the goods, please.
The people in the queue suck.
Yes, of course. And the waiting fee. What? You heard me. I did, but that's unheard of. Triska starts giggling all of a sudden. And for the fact that your son is a... Oh,
great!
I'm not gonna say that word. I'm less familiar with Outside, though, but this looks rather well put together. And yes, I'll stop. The jokes hit its peak anyway. Okay. And for the I'll just say it this way. And for the fact that your son is a R word, too. Oh, boy. But... You heard me. You know what? In a fit of rage, I throw a banknote to the cashier, of much higher value than needed, even counting in all the stupid fees, then grab bag of milk and turn around on my heels. We're leaving, Triska. mean, she stood up for him in a sense.
Yep. I think this is more the person who she was before everything went.
Maybe.
Like everything went terrible.
We spend the whole trip back in silence. At some point, we end up turning right toward a gas station. There, Tresca finally breaks his silence. Do you like ice cream? No. Okay. I look at the boy's face. A light flickers in his eyes for a brief moment and then goes out. You know... He turns away from the path and walks straight toward the highway with determination. I stare at his back, confused. It seems like you're not helping me at all. A new playful light flickers in Tresca's eyes. Yeah. Milk outside a bag of milk, outside a bag of milk. Good night. And then the description is in Russian, it looks like. So that's why this is a horror game. We're about to leave a
Yeah.
Not quite. Well, maybe. It's hard to tell.
Time to kill the cashier.
So... Well, I will say this. Depending... As far as I remember, depending on when you choose the whole finish searching, that will be different. So there's varying things that can happen.
Well, I guess it's based on how many of your thoughts you've collected. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah, I assume so. And I don't know if there's a way to get into the boxes, the milk.
Yeah.
Yay, upgrade in production quality. So, I will say this, like, obviously, I'm not going for all endings. English translation, aesthetic dialect. Okay, dialectic, sorry. We're not going for all endings here. Just saying that right now. Especially since I think with the one save possible, this would involve basically restarting the game at this point completely.
Yeah.
We could probably blast through the first part of it, but... So, I said before that... Woof. Okay. Alright. We're back at title screen. That's fine. I'll leave the music running.
Click continue. Where does it put you?
Yeah, that's
Alright. We'll take a look.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
The end of your...
Where are we saved?
We got the
Oh, okay. Where you
we got the default ending, the shop ending.
Oh.
Okay.
That's the default?
Yep, it is triggered by replying, "That's the thing, I have no idea, this is weird," which gives you the strangulation cutscene, or you do not meet any of the other 4 ending conditions.
So, wait. Okay, hold on. Back up. You get it when?
When you ask what she's thinking about and she says you should know, and you say that's the thing, I have no idea, this is weird, that's when you got that ending.
Because that cutscene happened.
Yeah, because you triggered that cutscene. The second ending is the phone ending, in which you find her phone and do not trigger that cutscene.
Okay.
The mirror ending is do not trigger the strangulation cutscene, do not collect her phone, collect all 5 of the fireflies.
Okay.
And then you get the mirror ending. And then there's the room and field ending. Do not trigger the strangulation cutscene, do not collect your phone, do not collect the fireflies. Trigger the full laptop dialogue by answering it. You'll end up going back to the subject anyway, and then go on to the balcony.
Do not pass go, do not collect $200.
And the final one is the stairs ending. Do not trigger the strangulation cutscene, do not collect her phone, do not get the fireflies, do not go to the balcony.
Uh-huh. Is there anything involving the actual boxes, or is that always just a permanent, like...
Let me find out if there is a way to collect the boxes.
Otherwise, I'm starting to wonder if the phone one is the, air quotes, best ending? But I don't know.
Milk outside a bag of...
So like I said, I won't... Like, we're not going to go for the endings. I will suggest if you're curious about them, anyone who's watching, you can play it yourself to try for them. I can at least explain one. I don't know which ending it is.
Okay, apparently, no, you cannot.
Okay, so
click
that's...
on them.
It's just a thing that's there that you can never do.
Yeah.
Makes sense, I suppose.
Yeah. The comment underneath it from a couple years back after... It's mostly just people going, it's milk. When someone's like, what are these boxes? What's going on? Why can't I click them?
Milk, milk.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But the final comment is somebody saying there is a theory about her father forcing her to drink milk, possibly trying to develop an allergy and kill her. It is also somewhat supported by the fact in the beginning with the eyeless monster, who is our mother. So that was our mother. She gets something sharp after we drink milk, which is possibly an allergy medication, and tells us not to drink it again.
Is QUQ on the list of games for tonight as well, then? What is QUQ? I don't know what that game is. Also, hi, Darcy. Double posture check and hydrate. Okay. Well, the hole has swallowed us completely now.
Hooray, Void!
I did have a theory.
I'm just wondering if anything's gonna happen.
The event
I meant to
where-
stretch.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll do the stretch, Darcy, don't worry. Mr. Foxperson, if you can tell me what... Another surreal game directed by the writer of this one. Is that the actual name, QUQ, or is that like did you shorten it? Sorry, go ahead, though. Maple. You said you had a theory? Hello?
Maple?
Did we lose a Maple? Exact name of it, QUQ. Oh. It's either dead silence or the void. Did Maple disconnect? Oh, there.
Like they're still here.
Maple. If you're there, we can't hear you. Oh boy. Okay. Well, god damn it. I accidentally moused over it.
Somebody disconnected.
Oh.
Yeah, we lost her. Oh no,
Okay.
and she was trying to tell us something.
Well, we'll give them a minute. See if they can come back in. I don't know. Should I just let the void keep going just so it's background noise?
You can turn on one of the radios.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we can find something nice. Nope.
That really sounds like the Silent Hill 2 music.
What is this? Hold on.
Hopefully.
Try a different radio. Oh! This is vaguely nice. Alright, cool, we'll let that one go. Connection died. It's okay though. I'm feeling pretty tired. Okay, Maple. But if you did want to come back in and say your theory, or if you want to type it out, I mean, feel free to let us know. I'm gonna just shrink things down a little bit. There we go. Okay.
I also have to go, unfortunately. My food
Oh.
is here.
Yeah, no worries. All I was gonna say before we raid out in that, well, one, I mean, of course, thank you for being here.
Yeah,
Always a pleasure.
thank you. Likewise.
Of course. I was gonna say this just really quick though. So, like I said, we weren't gonna go for all the endings. We got what we got. I will say that I do remember from the playthrough I was watching, and then I had to stop because I've told this story before. I had to stop in the middle of watching a playthrough of this because it was giving me an existential crisis, and I was breaking down. Yeah, fun times. I will say though, if I remember correctly, the ending that was occurring, like I don't know what the name of it was, but it involved her like basically she kept waking up and looking in the mirror, and
That's
the version
mirror ending, then, yeah.
okay, then the version of her in the mirror just kept looking more twisted and messed up. Yeah, like
Yeah.
some were just like her. I remember the one that stuck in my head the most is that her one had her, except her neck was twisted around like a corkscrew, like her head had been spun around like 8 times, and it just kept getting worse until I think the last time is she woke up, looked in the mirror, and it was just her. And that's when she woke up, and I think they all end like that, where you wake up and she starts crying, and then yeah.
Yeah,
It was-
it seems like all the endings end with her waking up. So I guess it's we choose what kind of dream she has.
Yeah. I mean, it is a thing, at least, that I guess she finally had a dream again, but
Yeah, which is good because she was saying, "Oh, I haven't been able to have one."
yeah.
So she does. I suppose you can also take a bit of hopefulness from this,
Mhm.
in that she does seem to be getting better. It's just
It's
slow.
not going to be an easy road.
Yeah, which is sadly the case for most recovery journeys. They do
Yeah.
tend to be slow.
Yeah.
It's hard to fix.
Let me see. What does it say? Okay, so the theory was that the events of the last scene was exactly what happened to the girl and her dad. Wait, god damn it! Happened to the girl and her dad when she picked her up from when he picked her up from school. What was imagined as a role reversal, possibly.
Yeah, that she was the parent and he was.
You would
the
not
kid.
believe your eyes when 10,000 fireflies. Okay. I will say, just on a side note, though, that what happened kind of mirrored the events of the first game as well, except someone else was in the role of the character we were helping, which is her. That, and we understood a lot less of what was going on in the first game because, I mean, they basically did that scene where he was just staring at the person, and we had no idea what they were saying.
It could be a combination of the two. Some of the things that she said to the imaginary us in the first one,
Yeah.
we could have been filling the role of her dad. And
Yeah.
she's just repeating things that either she said to him or he said to her.
Yeah.
And that's, it makes it very clear if that's the last thing that happened before he died, that she is terrified of going to the store to pick up milk
Possibly.
and scared of the milk.
There might be also just an addition of there, like, because I mean, depending on where on spectrum, autism and such, if that is the case here as well. I mean, obviously, you don't know, like, we don't know what was actually happening in the first one.
Yeah.
So for all we know, like, she was basically freezing up like that or anything, and then,
Yeah, I mean, she did say that it took 2 days for her to pay them.
people were just reacting to that, except obviously in the first game, like, there was no one with her except from what it implied, us as the medicine.
Yeah. So I think with the context clues I have, that my prevailing theory is that basically what happened, the last thing that happened to her with her father was the dream that we have. And
Okay.
that the gist of it is what I think that she is on the spectrum somewhere, because a lot of the behaviors she recalled to us in that whole, like, this is what happened when my dad picked me up, and nobody cared, and they were,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, this is the problem child, especially
yeah.
the scratching and biting. I know that's something that can happen for people who are on the spectrum when they get very overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So I think that's basically her. I think that's where she started,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that he's been.
It's improved over time.
Yeah, I think that her father was abusive. I think he didn't know how to take care of her.
Yeah.
I think he saw a lot of her behaviors just acting out.
Yeah.
And I do think that her being like, oh, I don't want to drink the milk, it's unpleasant, I don't like it, whether she's allergic to it or it's a bad texture thing or whatever, I think he tried to force her to drink it. And I think that I think now, having seen all of this, I think her mom killed her father by, I think they got into a fight, and she pushed him, and the daughter saw it, and that was way too much, and she had a break. She possibly also injured herself as well, and she's trying to get back together, so she's suffered from some really awful trauma.
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh, definitely. But yeah, I mean, I like you said, you gotta I know you gotta get going.
Yeah, I do.
Sorry to keep you so much.
I gotta go eat. Oh, no, it's okay.
Okay.
I gotta eat, and then I have a kitty that needs a bath.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you have a good evening. Thank you again for being here.
Of course, and thank you so much for having me. I love joining you on this.
Any time. We need to do some stuff like this again another time. Yeah, or more often.
I'm not gonna die, Jay, but thank you.
Don't die. Yeah, it'll be fine.
The worst thing that will happen is when I have a kitten named Honeybee. She's got Manx syndrome, so she has to wear a diaper. She needs to get bathed every day. So the worst thing that will happen is that she will try to climb away from the sink via me.
Okay.
That's the worst that will happen. I promise I shan't die.
Damn. Okay. Well, you have a good evening then, and thank you for being here. Like I said, always a pleasure.
No problem. You have a great rest of your night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And then there was a Jinxie. All right.
Yes, hello.
Hello. But we are calling it here. Jinxie, if you wouldn't mind, thank you so much for being here, of course. It was glad to have you. And thank you for your how do I put the extra information you were providing at certain points there, because I know you looked a couple things up, right?
Yeah, I can't quite remember exactly what everything was, but I do remember some things.
I think it was more on the first game, but yeah. But no, thank you so much for being here, Jinxie. Always a pleasure. I'll let you know sometime in the future, preferably not too far in the future. I will let you know when we're going to do the other detective game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you have a good night, okay?
Okie dokie.
I'll be doing I'll say goodbye to the folks and look for a raid target for now. But yeah.
Okay.
You have a good one, okay?
Later, everyone.
Bye, Jinxie. Okay. And then there was me. I'm gonna put on the Toriko soundtrack again. Okay. But hi, Valerian. How you doing? I'm glad to see you. How's it going? Let me switch over to just chatting. I will close out the game. As the game attempts to close and take everything with it. There it goes.